Hello and welcome to the fifth RIPEstat demo. My name is Sean McAvoy. I'm a systems engineer here at the RIPE NCC's Information Services. Just want to just go over what we're going to do today. We'll just briefly go over the conference and how to interact with us during. Just a brief recap of what RIPEstat is, and then we'll jump into a live demo and give some examples of what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. After that, we'll have time for questions and feedback, and then after that, we'll be done, and it should take no more than 30 minutes. So during the demo, you're able to interact with us through a question and answer text message. If you've got any quick questions you need answered, feel free to enter it into the Q&A box, and someone will get back to you as quickly as possible. If you've got something you'd like to discuss or get some discussion going amongst other attendees, we have that space reserved at the end for discussions. What is RIPEstat? Basically, RIPEstat is a tool that allows a single interface to multiple data sources, allows you to enter an IP address and ASN and get all sorts of detailed information on that resource. It ties together all in a single interface. Public demos and our development process, we're using agile development. Allows us 2 to 4 week work cycles, which gives constant feedback to the community. It's a work in progress, so we're constantly adding new features to it. Every 4 weeks, we'll have one of these demos, and we try to get comments, feedback, suggestions on where people believe RIPEstat should be going. We also monitor the usage of the actual tool itself. We publish this, it's all transparent, so the web logs are processed and into some statistics that everyone can view. Based on usage and feedback, we adjust the features we add and focus on areas that we can improve performance and whatnot based on, again, the feedback and monitoring the usage of the actual tool. And I mean, the key component of it is the fact that the tool needs to be useful to you, the users, and that's why we try to get as much community involvement as possible through various forums. And just to let everyone know, all of the previous demos are published in video form as well as summaries in text form, and they're available on labs.ripe.net/RIPEstat. We just finished RIPE 62 just a few weeks ago, and at the RIPE 62 we had a demo stand as well as the Mac working group where we received a lot of feedback. Feedback in the form of suggestions on what people believe it should be added to it, bugs that they've discovered in using it. And we actually had bugs that were reported at the demo stand and fixed even the same day. We can look into some of those in just a little bit. One of the best suggestion that came out of the Matt working group was a looking glass. Such a good suggestion that it won the prize of a iPod Touch. And this looking glass that was suggested at RIPE 62 at the beginning of the month has been implemented in RIPEstat already. We released that today, and we'll look at that in just a moment. Also at RIPEstat, we released a new design, bit of an update from the old design to kind of help improve readability of all of the boxes and make everything a little bit more organized. And we'll see that again to live demo. Bugs that were fixed. A couple of key ones. We'll take a look at the demo and some areas that they were fixed. The AS prefix lists, there was a few problems with some ultimate entries that was reported in RIPE 62 and fixed during RIPE 62. Gradual loading was fixed as well. We can again go over what that looks like in the demo. And visibility. which has been a reported problem for a little while now, has been resolved in this newest release of RIPEstat. So now on to the live demo. Oop, can get out of that. And there we go. Okay, so this is the live demo here. This is the new design. You can see it's the white background box has changed a little bit, and we can just jump in and do a query for what has been detected as the prefix I'm coming from. So we'll run this query. And you'll see over on the left, the table of contents now allows you to jump to any box that you'd like to get to immediately. You don't have to scroll down; it's right there. The white background's a little bit easier to read. A lot of the text you'll see in the boxes around here, and maybe we can increase the size here. Okay. Okay. Maybe just a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay. So the white background is a little bit easy to read, and here is the looking glass. This is, again, the feature that was requested best and given the prize for best suggestion in RIPE 62 we've implemented. This looking glass actually executes this command right here across all of our RRCs being the remote route collectors that are part of the RIS project. They're located at internet exchanges around the world. So I can just go over a few of the RRCs. You can see we've got quite a few distributed around the world, and it runs that command across all of them and gives you all of the results immediately. Okay. And okay, let me just show you some of the features here. So you can see right here, show more. And there you go. It drops down a complete list of all of the data found, and it just because it's a little bit too long, it actually goes and can be added to additional pages, making it incredibly readable. You know, you're not just inundated with too much information that's not parsable. So the multiple pages we have here, we have the ability to filter. You can see right here if we wanted to, let's say, filter right there. So I've typed in Mar there, and you can see it only found it here and here. Maybe a couple of other places as well. So it helps you search through the list of the returned information from all the looking glasses in a single text box filter right there. Let me just go back to the full view. Another actually feature we have in the looking glass is searching for ASs. So you can see the ASs up here. And let's say that's the RIPE NCC right there. We can say, let's do open new tab. And there we've executed a query on this AS. A little bit more readable. So, okay, I guess we can also do a V4 query as well. So there it's returning some values there. And we'll get down to there we go. Looking less for a V4 then as well. You can see all the details returned, again, multiple pages across all of those RRCs. Okay. If I can hop back, okay, I'll give you a few other examples of things we've added and fixed. Oh, let's just rerun this. Just a few more seconds here while I run some additional queries. There we go. Okay, so fidgety mouse here. Okay, so visibility. That's one place where we fixed the visibility so it's calculated properly. And we've actually added some additional information. So when a peer isn't sending the prefix that you've queried, it actually now lists it in this area here, and it gives you the AIS that's not been announcing it. And you can see or the peer that's not been announcing it, and you can actually run a query for this AS as well. And get further details about that AS. Okay, if we can look at an AS here, let's go back to RIPENCC. And you can see in the prefixes originated by AS3333, you can see we've added an additional column here. And this column allows you to sort by the size of the prefix. So we can just click that and see right away how much easier it is to then find the information you're looking for. Again, you can filter on text with this box here. One bug actually in this area that we fixed was actually at the demo stand. A user came by, looked up their prefix, and found that in this area they would see a prefix here listed multiple times, and they would say first seen, last seen. And it was a bug that they identified at the demo stand, and it repeated the prefix for as many different times as there were announcements with gaps. We identified the bug and fixed it that week, so it compresses it into a single first scene and a single last scene, as it should be. That's one of the many bugs reported and fixed during the week. Okay, I can actually go on to show you the some of the other things we've added. This is actually new. This from this demo. It's the service status, and what it is a display of the backends that we use. So if there are any problems, you see, you can immediately check the status page and see that there is an actual problem with one of the backends, and you actually get a little bit of details about what's going on in the system. And this is generated every time you do the query, so it's the most current possible information. We also have the access stats. I mean, this has been added previously, but I'll just give a brief rundown. It's just AW stats run on a very regular basis, and you can see all of the stats and all the details about how it's being used, number of visitors, and so on and so forth throughout the month. And I think this is updated every half hour, so it's always very current and completely public. to the main page. And something we've added as well is the change log. The change log, you can see here, we've added a few features. And here we intend to keep people up to date with changes that may happen day to day or week to week that we've rolled out to the production system with just a brief one-line description of what it is we've done. So if you go to the site, you can always come here and see a list of what's been added and if there's been any fixes as well. In the future, we plan to have a bug page that lists all known bugs and allows you to, if you discover a bug, you can easily check the page and see has it been reported, and if not, by all means report it to us either at the MAT through the MAT working group or the stat@ripe.net email address if it's of an urgent nature. Okay. So I think that about covers it for the live demo. We've gone over the new design, with the table of contents, new background, cleaner text, as well as the peer not sending list that's available in global visibility. And yeah, of course, the main new feature that came out of RIPE 62 is the looking glass, which again queries all of our remote route collectors located at internet exchanges around the world and gives you all the results that are filterable and easily viewable through the multiple pages. So we'll just hop back into slides. So again, yeah, status page created. That's stat.ripe.net/status. You can always see what's going on, if anything is down, which it shouldn't be, as well as the other features, the change log, and we will be adding soon the bug page, list of known bugs. So you can always, before you report a bug, have a look, see if it's already been reported, or if you've got any variation. And RIPE 62 was really successful for us. We had a lot of feedback, a lot of discussion in the MAT working group. There's been some discussion on the MAT working group mailing lists. Of course, we always suggest and encourage people to add themselves to the list and get involved in shaping RIPEstat and its direction. And go back. And just want to open it up now to questions. Just a brief rundown. If you've got a headset that's preferable, headset and external microphone, that's preferable than instead of a built-in microphone. It's much clearer audio quality. And if you're an Apple user, the iPhone headset works perfectly with any recent Mac as a microphone as well, plugged into the line in. If you want to ask a question, please click on the Ask for Microphone button highlighted there, and you'll get a note that your request for the microphone has been answered. When you do have the microphone, please state your name, the name of the person or the subject that is being asked, and try and be concise in your questions. If you have any detailed statements or discussions that will be long and should involve even more people, certainly, again, MAT working group mailing list is the place to do it. So the mic is now open. If you want to make a request, please go ahead, and other contact information is below as well. So questions?
Okay, Daniel here, Daniel Karrenberg. It just occurred to me that actually the Looking Glass command line interface that we provide to Quagga at the various RRCs is not very well known. And it might be a good idea to actually include a link from the Looking Glass boxes to that command line interface, so that if you are looking at some results from a specific RRC to this show IP BGP command, that you could click there and get the web page that actually lets you execute other commands. I don't hear you, at least.
Right. Yes. We'll certainly then add a link to the web interface to the looking glass that does allow you to do all of those other options like trace routes and pings and so on and so forth. Thanks for the suggestion. Is there any other questions, comments, any other feedback? Anybody? Hello.
Hello. Hi. It's Andy Davidson from Hurricane Electric. Fantastic. I really enjoyed that demo. I thought the feature set is getting really, really complete. I can see it's a lot of work, and I'm really enjoying tracking the progress because I think it's a really good tool. So thank you, first of all. I've got a couple of questions, 3 actually. First of all, in the layout or the tools, I think are going to save me a lot of work. So I used to write scripts against the raw data that I collect from RIS, and I think that having this tool available as a wrapper to that data is going to be really, really handy and save me a lot of time. If you could allow me to rearrange the boxes down the side so that I can put the things that are most important to me at the top and that sort of thing, then I can see it being part of my daily workflow. Secondly, the feature list. It'd be really useful to see what other people are saying so that I can, first of all, nick ideas from it for my own workflow, but secondly, so that maybe I can participate and vote up features that will be useful to me as well, so you have a clear idea of what the community are really looking for. And thirdly, API access would be really good so I can integrate this with my other tools for monitoring, for example. So that's my dream wish list.
Okay, so it's API access. That's actually something that's came up in RIPE62, as well as suggestions. Actually, having I guess a more public place for the suggestions that are out there.
Yeah, exactly. And the customized layout. If I can also change the way that the web interface looks to match my workflow, that would be really handy as well.
Okay. Well, great. That's excellent. Glad to get the feedback. Thanks for your questions and comments.
Andy, actually, this is Daniel again. You know, one of the original ideas was actually, and we haven't gotten to that yet, is actually to have the ability to when you have a query to delete certain boxes that are not interested for the matter at hand, to maybe rearrange them and then have a URL for that particular set of boxes, so that you can actually share it with someone. Is this the direction you were going in?
Well, yeah, I think there was quite a few ideas. I mean, we'd thought of a wiki type interface where we have some sort of very basic language that describes the boxes, and you would then have a page editor, and you would drop in the wiki text, which is this box with this type of query or these options enabled in that box. So it would allow a fairly deep level of customization from the for the users, where they're able to describe in a simplistic language what they want to see and the order they want to see it, and depending on the box, perhaps even options they want disabled in a box and options they want enabled, which would all then lead to a custom URL that's again shareable with other people. I mean, that's I think one of the key things is when you found something and it's interesting, you want to share it, and you don't want to have to tell someone the options to input and so on and so forth. You just want to give them a URL, and they see the exact same thing you see.
So my question to Andy would be: would that serve the purpose that you were looking for?
Yes, at the beginning, I think that's the right way forward at the start, because other ideas will fall off the back of this, like leaving, maybe leaving messages in the data that other people who run a similar query again can find to add context, and that sort of thing will fall out of the back of this way to describe the page. There's just one idea, but I think that sounds like the right step forward. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the things that's on the feature list is actually comments tied to resources, so that you can comment on so that everybody who queries for the same resource would then see those comments, yeah, and things like that. That's already on the list actually.
Perfect.
Great. Thanks again for your question, comment, suggestion. Is there any other questions, comments, suggestions from any attendees there? No? Okay. Well, again, there's the contact information for private feedback, RIPEstat at ripe.net, and all of these demo proceedings, the video, the summaries are available at Ripe Labs, labs.ripe.net/RIPEstat. And of course, we encourage everyone to join up with the MAT working group list, measurement, analysis, and tools working group mailing list, and send in suggestions, and maybe we can get some discussion going on features and future directions of RIPEstat. So that's there, and yeah, this brings us to the end. And just a reminder, on Tuesday, the 14th of June this year, we have our next demo, which is 4 weeks exactly from today. So thanks for attending, and hope to see you at the next one.